What's up, wrestling fans? Tony Mango here, welcoming you to another edition of the Internet Wrestling Community Outreach portion of the Smark Out Moment Smack Talk podcast for the week. Let's start things off with those Smark My Words, one of my favorite interactions that I've had with you guys throughout the week from your comments and stuff like that. And there were 3 that were in the running this week, so shout-outs to the 2 runner-ups. One of them was Guest 5 saying, "I don't think Drew knows what fucking planet he's on, never mind what number of day he's on-ish." Awesome Piano Man also throwing out a Simpsons reference that, of course, I would end up liking. We were saying for Wiggum, Callum Wiggums, and all that. He said, "Wiggum forever, Barney never." Of course, I thought that was great. But coming up in the top spot was Silent Wind of Doom. He said, "Wait a minute, random thought. Is Roman Reigns' yard in front of Paige's house? Is Mankind's cellar under the house?" And you know what? I think we've got the makings for another edition of Legends House at this point, but it can just be the joined home of Roman Reigns and Paige and everybody else like that. They can all have like different wings. It can be like, what do they call them? Like communion homes or something, where like the hippies get together and it's like, well, I plant potatoes and that's what I do for the community, and I fix light bulbs and that, like that kind of thing. It could be like, well, what do you do, Paige? I shout at the top of my lungs and act like a brat. What do you do, Roman? Ooh. Oh, okay, he does the ooh, like that kind of thing. Yeah, so I thought it was funny. Thanks to everybody who left comments all over the place, though. We've got the YouTube videos, we've got the Twitter account, and of course, we have our Facebook group, The Megamaniacs. You can find that at facebook.com/groups/The Maniacs. That's where we do our live chats for the different pay-per-views and the TV shows, and where we just bullshit normally throughout the week. So if you are on Facebook and you're not in the Megamaniacs, sign up for it. We'll add you in there. Then you can start having fun with us as well. Start sending in your questions for the June mailbag special coming up pretty soon. You can do so by tweeting at SmarkOutMoment with the hashtag mailbag, or you can leave an email through the contact form of the website, and it's a wrestling-related thing, or if it's something completely unrelated to wrestling, whatever you want to pick our brains about, just ask the questions. More than likely, we'll be answering every single one of them. If you're looking to help support the growth of Smark Out Moment for the future, there's a couple things that you should be aware of. As far as monetary donations go, there's a couple different methods for that, like the PayPal button at the bottom of smarkoutmoment.com, the YouTube fan funding little module on the side, or the Patreon account. And there's also our Redbubble and our TeePublic shops where you can buy some t-shirts and a bunch of other types of merchandise over there. They added something recently. I can't remember what it was. It was like curvy women tees or something on TeePublic, or I don't know. But they add new stuff all the time. So if you are interested in any of those designs, pick up something there. The same money gets funneled through and kind of goes to the same source, me. So keep that in mind and stuff. But if you don't have the money to spend on something and you want to try to help out in a different way, then there's a couple of things that you can be doing on that side of things as well. One thing is, if you're going to a wrestling event, take a sign that says Smark Out Moment, and as part of the Sign Me Up initiative, you send me a picture of you holding that up, and I'll give you a little shout out on the website. But the most important thing of all is to help our social media accounts grow. You can do that by retweeting and following us on Twitter, liking and sharing our posts on Facebook, giving the YouTube videos a lot of attention, whether it's a thumbs up, leaving your comments, sharing them. Obviously, subscribe to them if you haven't already. And you can also share things like the articles on the website and the YouTube videos on Reddit and on message boards that you're a part of, and anything else that you do to get our name out there. All that stuff is great. It's all going to help out quite a bit, so it's all greatly appreciated. And the same thing applies to Fanboys Anonymous, which is my spot for movie reviews and superhero talk and some other kind of nerdy things like that. So if you want to geek out with me on that kind of stuff, go to fanboysanonymous.com, follow the Facebook and Twitter accounts, subscribe to that YouTube channel, and so on and so forth. Do all the same stuff that you would have just done for Smark Out Moment, but do it for Fanboys. That brings us to our major topic for the video, the wrestling trivia question of the week, otherwise known as the Ask Him. Last week's question was, name the 2 wrestlers who have a perfect record in Money in the Bank ladder matches, and those 2 were John Cena and Seth Rollins. And they both still are perfect because neither of them were in the match for this time around. But Cena and Rollins are both 1 for 1. They were only in one match and they won it. So they have a fantastic record. Much better than somebody like, I think it was Kane has like the worst one, or actually no, it might have been somebody else because Kane did win one of them. Somebody has like 7 appearances or whatever like that, and Shelton Benjamin or Jeff Hardy or whatever, and they've won none of them. So there's people not quite pulling off the same thing that Seth Rollins and John Cena were able to. This week's question is going to be about the legends that were ringside for Money in the Bank, because, hey, you know, when's the next time that these people are going to pop up on TV? I was looking a little bit into them, and I came across some names that were kind of funny. So your question for this week, everybody: which of the legends ringside for that match between Orton and Mahal once wrestled under the names The Invader and Young Mr. Wrestling? If you think you know the answer, or you want to guess, or anything else like that, just go ahead and drop those in the comments below. That's it for this week's edition of the IWC Outreach. Thanks for listening, everybody. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't already, give this video a like. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and keep staying tuned to the channel and the website for more, because our main event for this week is going to be coming up the next thing you're going to be hearing here, which is our double edition of Called the Spot on the Card. And that's it for this week, everybody. This has been another Smark Out moment, and I'm being counted out.